Hello there, children. Welcome back to another video with the arduous moth. Today we'll be talking about possible French battleships and battlecruisers within Naval 1945. This was suggested yet again by Shadow, since he has suggested quite a few ships, ship lines from which there are a few Japanese supercruisers, and so on. So let's have a look through. So there's. I don't think any of these would be a practical. No, that's like World War One era. Looking for World War Two. Let's have a look. 1913. That looks pretty cool. So, 4 times 305mm guns. Hang on, so it's only got 2 turrets. Oh, okay. Interesting. What's this? Providence? 12, 305. 12! So 2, 4. So that'll be 6 turrets. Where the hell do those 6 turrets fit? That'll be probably the tier 4? That'll be a 21 knots. Oh, that's a reasonable speed. Armor 250. That's the main belt, obviously. Normandy. Yeah, that's Normandy. That'll be a nice tier 5 actually. Normandy. Again, belt armor's 250. What's this? Lion? No, hang on. Oh no, that's Bretagne. Oh right, so this is Normandy down here. Here. So that's 300mm of belt armor. Bretagne, Providence and Lorraine have 250. And Schomburg, 12. Oh right, okay. Oh right, okay. I was looking at the wrong one. So this one is Jesus. This one would be a nice tier 5. 21 knots. Okay. This one does 21 knots as well. That's Bretagne. No images though. No images at all. That's Providence. Colbert. That's Schomburg right there. Oh, so this one is here, and this one is here. Oh, right, I get it, I get it, I get it. 21 knots, right. 250mm of belt armor. Fairly heavy. 1906 guns. 1912 guns, 21 knots. Normandy. '21 knots again. Oof. But it does get 340mm guns. That's a pretty nice size. Providence gets 340s. So that's a nice size. That'll be like, Colbert will be tier 4. No, tier 3. But that's going to be a ridiculous tier 3. 12, 305mm guns. That'll be a pretty good tier 3 actually. And then the Bretagne will be tier 4. Normandy will be tier 5. 300mm belt armor. 250. Okay. Lion would be tier 6. Again, that's got 16. I think they're quads. which is pretty interesting. Lay down, none, none, none. Okay, so that will do 21 knots as well. That's relatively slow for a tier 6. Again, I mean, the Pennsylvania does 21 knots. Dunkirk, 29.5 knots. Dunkirk would be. Oof. I don't think about a tier 7. I think this would probably be like a tier 6, branch off to the Battlecruisers. That only has 225. Yeah, this counts as a Battlecruiser. Dunkirk. Battlecruiser. But it does 29.5 knots, which is stupid quick. And then, of course, you got Richelieu and Jean Bart. Jean Bart was Gascon. Okay. Alsace. Okay. Alsace would be the tier. Well, it averages just one line, so Dunkirk will be between tier 6. Tier 7. No. Make the Dunkirk tier 7. And then the Richelieu to tier 8. The Alsace tier 9. They all have pretty mediocre armor. Really. Jean Bart had slightly weaker armor than the Richelieu, by the looks of it. But they both did 32 knots. The Alsace was a bit slower, 31 knots. Oh no, I'm reading that wrong. Hang on. No, the Richelieu and Jean Bart had 327 millimeters of armor, while the Gascon, the I can't even pronounce the name, would have 320 millimeters of armor. Oh, okay. Got it. And then the tier 10 would be the French. Shit. Outside class battleship. No, 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 no. Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, wow. Hello, what is this? That looks like a cruiser? What's a cruiser? Super Alsace. Don't know what it's about. Oh, damn. Hello. What's this? Charles Mengen? That would be a pretty nice tier 10. I mean, look at the AA on that thing. That's just covered in AA. Doesn't have a lot of secondary power, though, which is a bit concerning. See if we actually open an image up of this thing. So we can see 3 quad turrets, which look like either 380s or 15-inch, or they could be 16-inch. 16-inch would be better, but 15-inch is fine. So that's 12. And because it's all bout in, that means that you won't have to show any broadside whatsoever to fire these guns. And I would suspect the armor is probably around a 330 to 340. And this thing will probably do about 30 knots, 31 knots, or something like that. And everything. And probably the reload's going to be a little bit better than standard battleships. So instead of like 30 seconds, it could have like a reload of, say, 28 seconds or 27 seconds. The Richelieu and the Alsace will obviously have to have a quick reload because they got 15-inch guns, which means they won't be able to pen basically any ship that's angling. So give them like a Richelieu 25 seconds, Alsace 27 seconds or 26 seconds. Dunkirk, give it a 23-second reload. That'd be a mean, but hey, it's armed with 330s, which is really small gun size for tier 7. Um, Richelieu, Alsace. Okay. Slime Super Battlefield. No, that is German. Okay. Champagne. Champagne would be that'll be a very nice fit. Champagne has 406s if I'm correct. No, that's Champagne it unlike the standard French battleship, it would have one triple 16-inch turret at the front, and then another triple 16-inch turret at the back. Um, and it is a battle cruiser. This is an actual battle cruiser, not a battleship. So this line will most likely be battle cruisers, not battleships. I don't think the I think the Richelieu was a battleship, but because of its insane speed, it's battle cruiser. Um, yeah, holy god, look at the size of that ship. I think this will be the better tier 10. This will probably be the battleship. So, probably Richelieu and Alsace will fit as the tier 9 and tier 8. And then we'll have to figure out, like, the other line, proper battleships. So they could have like two lines of battleships or just one line or something like that. It's going to be really, really awkward. Because uh the tier 5, so tier 3 was what? Um the Colbert, which is insane. Or we can't really add like a there, Colbert with tier 3. Um or it could be um this ship could be tier 3, the Danton or the Vanguard. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but hey. So tier 3, Colbert for tier 4, Bretagne tier 5, Normandy tier 6, Lyon tier 7, Dunkirk tier 8, or tier 7 premium, Richelieu tier 9, or tier 8. Depends how they work with the Dunkirk. Dunkirk, if they put it in as a tech tree, then we should be tier 9, and then Alsace will be tier 10. And that would be a pretty interesting lineup. I mean, they all have pretty small guns, but they will have high rates of fire and everything. And they all have 100mm guns, if I'm correct. There we go. 12 318mm in quad turrets. 952. Jesus Christ. So it has triple 152mm turrets. That's AA towers in 100mm. Whoa, 16 100mm AA in twin turrets. 2, 3, 6, 7. No, 6. And then 32mm, 37. This thing has a huge amount of AA. Belt armor, 320. Turret, 430. So pretty survivable turret. The deck, 170. So, yeah, planes are gonna struggle a bit to pen the deck armor of this thing. There's 4 scout airplanes, 2 catapults. So this thing can launch 4 planes each time. Jesus. Richelieu. What's this? Refitted in the United States. Yeah, it's only 15-inch guns, but that's 8 15-inch guns, and they are all bow um plated, all bows installed, so she doesn't have to show her. I mean, look at the size of that freeboard. That's a massive freeboard. Even even the tier 3 battleship would be able to miss that freeboard. That's massive. That's what, one and a half Montanas, or one and a half um Musashis. That's huge freeboard. But this thing is meant. The British battles, not British. The French battleships are meant to have really good anti-air as well, which is really interesting. The Alsace looks like an AA monster. Looks like an absolute monster in AA. I'm not sure about these 152s. I don't think they're dual purpose. But these 100mm, they look probably dual purpose. Which means that this is going to be one hell of a pain in the ass to deal with. If these are dual purpose, then Jesus Christ. And these quad turret guns, if one of them gets knocked out, that's 30 or firepower, just bleh. But 170mm of deck armor, that is some serious armor. Serious armor. I think Alsace was also meant to be fit with the same turret layout, but with 16-inch guns or 16.5-inch guns, which 16.5 is like what, 420, which means that's a huge amount of firepower. That could be like a premium tier 10, like a freemium. I hope they don't do any, like premium tier 10s, because then that would be ridiculous. But like freemium tier 10s would be pretty good. And then freemium tier 9s. But that is like a huge amount of firepower for the tier 10 Alsace, or you can call it unnamed. But did 31 knots. The armor's not brilliant on these ships. So they could probably come with an enhanced heal, not a super heal, but an enhanced heal where they heal for the same as standard heals, but the cooldown is in half. So instead of 160 seconds, it's 80 seconds. 60, 120. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, so in half. So it'll be 80-second cooldown. Which is still a long cooldown, but it's not too long. That's a minute. That's a minute and 20 seconds. 160 is what? 3 minutes. 160. 180 is 3 minutes. So it's what? 2 minutes and 40 seconds, which is a long time. Long time. So 8 times 380s. That is serious firepower. That's if you fling a high explosive. 9. Wait, 9 times 380? Oh, hang on. No, I think they got that wrong. That should be 12 times 380. Huh. Ah, that's interesting. So yeah, so the Alsace will be tier 10. So we know that for sure. Division will be tier 9. And also, guys, these videos that I do, they are not tech trees that will be added in. They are tech trees that could be added in. So the Alsace will be tier 10. The Richelieu will be tier 9. The Dunkirk will be tier 8. What I probably do know is that the tier 8, the tier 10, tier 9, and tier 8, they'll be there'll be HE spammers, especially the Dunkirk. It'll be a mega HE spammer. Um, so yeah. Lion will be like a shotgun, so it have pretty bad dispersion. Because it's got so many guns, it will have worse dispersion than normal ships. Um, but I think it should get enhanced pen with these 340s. Same as the Normandy and the Bretagne. They should get enhanced pen. The Bretagne seems to have pretty bad armor, and the Normandy, I don't know really. It says the Lion's done 21 knots, but um, in one of warships it does what 27 knots, and then the Normandy does 30 knots. So the Normandy could do 30 knots, the Lion could do 27, the Bretagne could do like 21. The Colbert 21 knots, but that goes 305s, and then you have the Danton that does 19.25 knots, or has 305s. So let's look at this picture. Oh my god, that's yeah. So this has got two turrets that are loaded with the 305s, and then these ones are loaded with like 254s or so. Let's have a look. Oh, you can actually click on them? Oh, Jesus, I didn't know. On twin 305s, 6 twin 240s. That's quite a lot of firepower. 16 single 75s, 8 single. Flipping Christ, man. And it gets torpedoes for tier 3. This thing will probably need like a pretty abysmal HP pool. What's the armor like? Belt 180 to 250, so pretty bad armor. Turrets 260 to 340. Alright. Colin Tower 266, which is yeah, right, I guess. Colbert, let's have a look. Armament 6 twin 305s, 22 single 138s. Holy God. 4 single 47s. Those look like probably dual purpose. And then 4 single really torpedoes again. Waterline belt. Oh, it gets a waterline citadel. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. The deck is very weak though. That's interesting. Bretagne, let's look at Bretagne. If it ever loads. Okay. Belt 140 to 250, which is really weak. For tier 5. Hang on, I'm getting mixed up now. So Bretagne, Robert, Danton, yeah, tier 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5. So 5 twin 340mm guns, which is alright firepower. 22 single 138s, okay. 2 single 47s, so that is dreadful anti-air. Oh, they're not dual purpose. Oh. 4 times 450mm torpedo tubes, so they are probably like hull mounted, so they're within the hull themselves. So if you look at the We look at this. Aircraft carrier. That doesn't really tell the story, okay. Can't even look at the Normandy, okay. Lion, can't look at. Dunkirk. Armament, 8 times 330. Oh, okay. 16 times 130. Okay. 32! 13.2 millimeter AA guns. 32. That's quite a bit of firepower for tier 8, I said, I think. 8 singles, 37mm anti-air. That's a lot. Dual. Whoa, hang on a minute. These are dual purpose. Holy shit, these are dual purpose. So the 130 is a dual purpose. The armor is 220. Yeah, the armor's gonna be terrible as always. So let's look at the Richelieu. Let's look at armament. 8 times 380mm. Yep. 9 times 152mm. Yep. 12 times 100mm anti-air guns. Okay. 8 times 37mm AA guns. Okay. 20 times machine guns. These are probably AA guns. The belt 330. Yep. Aircraft carried 4 times. The Laurier 130s. French flying boat. Surface. Okay. And the Alsace we can't look at because it was never made. Shumbart we can probably look at. It looks to have the same layout. It seems to have the exact same layout. Oh, hang on a minute. No, hang on. Whoa, hang on a minute. No, that's a different layout. Pretty sure that's a different layout. No, it's not. That's really funky layout. That if a cruiser tries to come up behind you, they're just gonna get butchered by these 152s. They're gonna get absolutely butchered by these 152s. That is some serious. That's basically that's like 2/3 of a Cleveland right there. That's some serious firepower, and they'll probably get fast reloads because they'll be secondary guns. So you're probably talking about because the Cleveland reloads in 6 seconds. These will probably reload in like 4.5, 5 seconds. So this thing will eat like light cruisers alive. Probably not heavy cruisers, but still. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down. Ooh, it gets radar. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down. Put in the comment section what you think about the French battleship, battlecruiser line. It's like a battleship and a battlecruiser line. It's like merged into one because, you know, the French didn't have a lot of battleships back then, but hey. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!